Hi! By the end of this video, you learned the important changes and key features in Sampler 6.0 and will be able to create complex digital materials within minutes. With the release of Adobe Substance 3D Sampler 6.0, we introduced the new OpenPBR standard. This results in a consistent look across software, both inside and outside of the Adobe Substance ecosystem that supports OpenPBR. To begin, open Sampler and select Quick Start. This opens the new Material panel, which serves as your central hub for predefined assets. Currently, the interface offers 6 high-quality material presets to jumpstart your workflow. While these are ready to use out of the box, the system is designed for many different materials. After this tutorial, you will have the capability to create and save your own custom presets, allowing for a personalized library of frequently used materials. Inside the panel, you have the flexibility to name the asset, tweak the resolution, and select your underlying material model. While the Adobe standard material option is available, we will be utilizing the new OpenPBR model for this demonstration. Customizing your material presets is intuitive. If you want to tweak an already existing preset, simply click on Edit List. Then use the directional arrows to move material channels either into your active stack or, if you change your mind, out of the selected channel list. This modular approach allows you to tailor the data your material carries, whether you are focusing on a simple matte surface or a complex fuzz finish. When you're happy with your preset, simply save it as a new preset. It is now available in the Custom Preset list. In this Custom Preset section, you can as well get rid of presets you customized or start new presets from scratch. For those moments when you aren't sure where to begin, the Add Base Material feature is an invaluable tool. If you deselect it, you create a blank project without any layers. Select this option to automatically apply preset values based on the most common characteristics of your chosen material type into a base material layer. This provides an excellent starting point, giving you a realistic base to refine rather than starting from a blank slate. Once the material is created, inspect the results in the Properties panel. Here, you will find all the channels we previously configured. You have the power to toggle these channels on or off depending on the specific needs of your 3D scene. This list includes your standard PBR layers as well as any specialized channels you've added. If you change the parameters of a channel that isn't in the list, you have to add this channel manually before. As you can see here, they have been renamed according to the OpenPBR standard. With this organized structure, your material is now ready for fine-tuning and export. Now we'll dive deeper into the preset and create the fuzz material. If you know the specific physical properties of your material, such as a metallic surface with specific anisotropy, car paint with a coat layer on top, or a fuzzy fabric, you can select those presets immediately. For our first example, we will look at the fuzz preset. By selecting this, the system automatically populates the necessary channels for a soft fabric-like appearance. When starting with a predefined material, like the microfiber Suede fabric we are using today, you must define your asset details. First, name your asset clearly in the Properties field. Next, choose your document resolution. For this project, we will stick to a standard 2K resolution. Ensure your material model is set to OpenPBR. It provides a standardized set of inputs so that the material looks the same no matter which software you use. Let's take a moment to review the channel list to confirm exactly what data will be included in our material output and finally create our project. We use the close mesh because we create fabric. With the Studio Tomoko environment map for a studio light environment as starting point and a tiling of 2. To maintain high performance while working, keep the post tracer off by default. Periodically toggle it on to review fine details and ensure materials align with your design. Then switch it back off to resume editing. Let's import a non-tileable microfiber image into the layer stack. We use the Image to Material AI filter with the fabric category to create the other base maps. As you can see here, we have individual control for large, medium and small details. To get rid of the bigger irregularities, we reduce the large and medium details slightly and push a bit the micro details. Next, I noticed a bit of a discoloration, which we can fix by adding the equalize filter and playing with the radius. This balances the colors nicely. So let's move on to tiling. If you press F, we focus on the material in the 2D view, and pressing T shows the tile preview, which is very helpful. Now we add the tiling filter. In the Properties panel, we can enable Show Seam to see where the material is being cut. We tweak the threshold slider to control the organic look of the seam and make it less noticeable. Let's further tweak the blur amount for a smooth result. If we still see a strong line, we could also change the direction of the tile and decrease the region of interest until the tiling looks natural. For a slightly rougher look, we use a brightness contrast filter to increase the brightness slightly on the specular roughness channel. Let's use a normal height adjustment filter to reduce the normal intensity. Use Shift and right mouse button to rotate the environment light frequently to check your material. To add fuzz to our fabric, let's go back to the fuzz section in the base material. To see the effect better, we tweak the color to red. Now we add a channel switch filter to copy the height data onto the fuzz white channel and use a brightness contrast filter to increase the contrast and tweak the brightness for a more subtle and realistic effect. The same channel switch method we use to copy the roughness data to the fuzz roughness channel and tweak it as well with a brightness contrast filter. Finally, we switch the fuzz color back to white. Here is our final result with the path tracer activated. Now we explore a wood floor example. We choose the base coating preset. When you want to add a coat layer to a parquet floor, you have to go to the coat section in the base material layer and increase the coat weight to add an additional coating layer on top with a very low roughness value. Here is our final result with the path tracer activated. As final material, we look into a resin material with subsurface gathering. For this example, we start with the subsurface preset, rename it, and make sure that add a base material and apply preset thumbnail values are activated for a good starting point. We further add the radius channel to our channel list. Let's use the preview sphere as mesh and the Studio Tomoko environment light. With Shift and right mouse button, we can rotate the environment, which is really helpful to check our material under different lighting conditions. We as well work with the path tracer activated, because subsurface gathering and transmission results in a huge visual difference between renderers. Now, we tweak the base color to a nice dark orange. Further, we make the specular roughness less rough for a smoother surface. This really depends on the type of resin. Let's introduce some subsurface gathering. The higher the value is, the stronger the effect becomes. A nice orange in the subsurface radius scale results in a pleasant gradient from red to orange values. For further transmission details, we can increase the transmission weight. Pushing the values helps to better see the effect before dialing in the final value. A yellow transmission color results in an even nicer transmissive appearance. With different values in transmission and subsurface gathering, you can achieve all kinds of resins. Here is our final result. As you can see, the OpenPBR implementation is a huge step forward and improves visual consistency across different software. Thanks for watching. We're really excited to see what you will create. Have fun!